great. How are you doing?
Do you live here alone?
No, I live here with you.
Oh, right. So, Brooke, what are you running for?
I am running to represent Ward 2 on the DC Council.
What's the first thing you do when you woke up this morning?
Check my email.
What'd you have for breakfast?
An omelet.
If you could have brunch with one of your competitors, who would it be?
Yulin.
What's your favorite street in DC?
Corcoran.
Do you have a teacher from your past that inspired you?
Joan Edwards from Greenwich Academy.
How many siblings do you have?
2, Karen and Nick. Do you want something to drink?
I'd love a tea.
Okay.
What's your favorite childhood memory?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Who's your best friend?
My sister Karen.
If you were in Congress and could co-sponsor a bill with any Congress member in history, who would it be?
The Equal Rights Amendment with Senator Gillibrand.
What's your favorite dish at any Ward 2 restaurant?
I think the burger at Duke's.
What's it like running as a woman in a male-dominated race?
Fun.
What's your college mascot?
Big Red Bear.
What book are you reading right now?
Unexampled Courage.
What's your favorite all-time book?
East of Eden by John Steinbeck.
What issue do you think doesn't get enough attention?
The fact that SNAP beneficiaries don't have access to grocery deliveries.
Who's your role model?
Michelle Obama.
Are you a texter or a caller?
Caller.
What's your earliest memory?
I think my 4th birthday party.
What's your favorite part of your neighborhood?
Walking around Logan Circle.
What do you think about DC statehood?
I think it is incredibly important, not just for our livelihoods, but for our health.
What is the first thing you'll do when you're elected to DC Council?
More relief for our small businesses.
Have you had any interesting past jobs?
I once managed a frozen yogurt shop.
What makes you qualified to be Ward 2's council member?
My citywide legislative experience.
Who's your favorite celebrity from DC?
Taraji P. Henson.
If you could live anywhere except DC, where would you live?
I think Denver.
Beach or mountains?
Despite my last answer, beach.
Snapchat or Instagram?
Instagram.
Who's your parents' favorite child?
I think me, but I think we all think that, which is what makes them such great parents.
What's the trend that all the kids are into right now?
TikTok.
Do you share your birthday with anyone famous?
I think Ralph Waldo Emerson has my birthday.
What's the last TV show you watched?
Grey's Anatomy.
Do you have social media?
I do. Brooke Pinto for Ward 2 on Instagram, Brooke for Ward 2 on Twitter, and Brooke Pinto for Ward 2 on Facebook.
What's your favorite cocktail?
Vodka, water with lemon.
How many times have you washed your hands today?
Probably about 25.
How is it quarantining with 3 roommates?
So nice. I am incredibly grateful. I have some human contact.
What have you been doing to help your neighbors through COVID?
Whatever they need, bringing people groceries, helping them with their tax forms, helping them identify where to go get a test or other resources they may need.
What's one thing other people can do to help their neighbors?
Sign up for Ward 2 Mutual Aid. Let's forget the tea.
How many calls to voters do you make a day?
About 500.
If you had a pet, what would it be named?
Maybe Pundit in honor of John Lovett.
What's your favorite quote?
Wherever you go, there you are.
What makes you happy?
Sunday night family dinner.
What's the best thing you've heard this week?
One voter I was talking to told me that every night at 5 p.m., she and all her neighbors go out to their balconies in their condo and do a champagne toast from afar so they can still have some social engagement while being apart.
What's the best experience you think you've had as a voter?
One voter was a small business owner and she couldn't pay her tax bill and made me and her payroll, and I helped her figure out how to defer her bill for a later date.
Why did you choose the color pink for your campaign?
Everybody looks good in pink.
Who's an icon in your eyes?
Robert F. Kennedy.
What frustrates you right now?
The fact that Ward 2 does not have a representative on DC Council when we are in the greatest crisis of our century.
Who's your favorite musician?
Beyonce.
What would you say to other women thinking about running for office right now?
Do it. The only way to get more women in office is to have more women run for office.
What is your superpower?
Talking.
Why is local government so important?
Because it affects every part of our lives, from criminal justice to education to the water we drink to the potholes on your street.
How easy is it to vote by mail?
Incredibly easy. There are a lot of ways to do it, but you have to affirmatively order your absentee ballot. You could do so through the Board of Elections, 202-727-2525. You could do it on an app on your phone, Vote for DC, completely paperless, or you could go to votefordc.com and order your absentee ballot.
How can someone support your campaign?
Go to my website, brookepinto4ward2.com. It's a number 2. I would appreciate if you would consider making a donation or signing up to volunteer.
What's your favorite pop culture story this year?
This year, I think Jose Andres setting up the World Central Kitchen and dancing in his kitchen to Hamilton as he cooks.
What's your favorite season?
Spring.
What are you doing for the rest of the day after this?
Calling voters.
What does a typical day look like on the campaign?
Mostly calling voters.
What food do you detest?
Pickles.
What gives you strength?
My friends and family.
Who's the funniest person you know?
My brother Nick.
How would you describe your mom?
Incredibly warm, hilarious, and brilliant.
When did you decide to run?
January 2020, when Jack Evans announced he was running again for the same seat he left vacant.
Do you miss your job at the AG's office?
So much every day, especially now as they're doing so much important work around consumer protection in the time of this crisis.
What's your biggest fear?
Drowning.
When did you know you wanted to be a public servant?
I think in 8th grade,
Why hasn't there been a woman president yet?
because there hasn't been a woman president yet.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully on the DC Council.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Peanut butter cups.
What are you grateful for?
Having a roof over my head during this crisis.
So Brooke, can I request my ballot right now?
Yes, you can. They are available to be requested. Go to my website, brookepinto4ward2.com/how to vote, and I've laid out all of the options to request your ballot. Ward 2 voting locations in person are going to be limited this year to just one. So our campaign and the mayor's office are recommending that everybody apply for a mail-in ballot online, over the phone, or via email to the Board of Elections.
Am I out of questions?
I think so, and thank gosh, because I've got to get going. But thank you so much for coming. It's nice to have you in your own home.
Thanks for having me.
What are you doing the rest of the day?
Probably calling voters, volunteering for Brooke Pinto for Ward 2.
Wow, the best volunteer. Don't worry, you can come back in the back door.